Hello, my name is Nadine Althoff. I'm from Germany. I used to brew kombucha here in Cologne for a long time and started in 1991. And it turned out to be a good decision to go that way. Because today I'm going to present you something which is high-tech from nature. You see, I wrote it in a special way, like being in school. It's very down to earth what we do here. I was brewing kombucha very close to this place here in Portsbarnheide, and I did it in the bio scene, and I was oriented only in natural things, like biological growing of herbs and natural process of water. So it turned out to be highly successful because nature provides everything that we need. Means you will be surprised that that nature in itself is the source. And all technique that we created on our own, humanity on our own, is basically causing the main problems that we have. If we would go into the depth with water, we would realize that we don't have collateral damages, side effects. And I hope I can manage it to bring it over to you, because it's needed. We are now in a time of change. And the time of change is needed because we are, for example, just one little thing, 80% of our sicknesses that we created are metabolism problems. How come? High processing of food is well known to be the reason why we have so many problems with our food, with our immune system, with our health. And the only way to go away from this state is turning back our attentiveness to nature. For example, my kombucha drink was not pasteurized. That means it's quite dangerous in this time to work with unpasteurized stuff because everybody is afraid of germs and stuff like that. But I managed it, very simple. And also I do research. I'd like to say that I'm a beverage developer, means, for example, I created unpasteurized fruit concentrates that you can put in the bottle, put good water on top, close it and put it into the market. And it's stable for a long time. How come that I can do that? When you go deeply into the water, you will, in the end, not at the beginning, when the process is running, in the end you know everything, but when the process is running with you and the water, then you really have to manage many things. And finally, I sold the water from my brewery to people, many people, but I get back containers that were germed, green, even green. So I decided to change my point of view, and I said, you don't need to sell the milk, you better sell the cow. In Germany, it's a saying that means give the people the device and don't run around with cases all the time so that they can give you a little money for it. So I decided to look for something that I can sell the people for their homes. And when I had to finish my beverage production, I was starting the development of this BORMIA device. You can see that BORMIA device here on paper. And you see on top of the BORMIA, you see the lemniscate. And the lemniscate is mathematics, know that, the symbol of harmony. And when harmony is there, basically you don't have any problems. Also not with food. So when you bring harmonized water into your food, into the bakeries, into the liquids, into the beverages, wherever you need water, also by cleaning processes, when you use a high stable water, harmony is a high stable water, you have no germ problems anymore. So you don't need to come with chemical stuff, with high toxic stuff to bring the germs away. You don't have any germs. To bring that to people is quite difficult because people usually have full cupboards with knowledge, what they learn in school or in universities, but the basics are missing. And to bring that information to the people is quite a task. So I'm standing here down there on this hall with my stand and my products to offer you a new perspective to make it easy with food production. Means many things, especially economics and ecology together. Sustainability, that's our future words, keywords for the future. Healthy food that increases the immune system, that doesn't make you sick anymore. So I take quite a risk to stand in front of you and say this, because some people don't like to hear it, so I have to repeat it even. Today I have a little movie for you here, which will be shown in a few moments, to show you how the process is. But before that, I'd like to tell you, water basically is dynamics. You are actually 80% water. In front of me, everybody of us is about 80% water. That means something very important. It is basically the food number one. And when we talk about food number one, we need to go to the depth. And the depth is whirling. When you look at the creeks, the rivers, everywhere you find the turbulences in any way. So that's the main theme about the water. And when you understand what goes on in that whirling, and you know, for example, that we have a left whirling, like the heart, for example. The heart has a left turning vein, arteria, and the right turning vein. So both together in your body is a harmony symbol. Means it happens here, and when you put good water into your body, harmonized water, then you don't have any problems with energy or with germs or with sicknesses in any kind, in any way. So to show you a bit of the BORMIA device, I will show you now the little movie.
And this is how BORMIA High-Tech is created from nature. Here you see a stainless steel tube in section. In it you see a spiral spring, which is copied from nature. Our model was an eminent. This carries a natural rhythm in itself, in the golden section, of course. Nature, the entire organic world, and thus also you and your body, is subject to the mathematics of the golden section. That's very important to know. The construction principle of nature is polar. We have two directions of rotation. Left rotation, female principle. Right rotation, male principle. We all know that the heart is defined as a central organ of your body, as a pump. It has the function of the vortex chamber, whirling arterially left turning and rhythmically into the body, female principle, and venously male principle, right turning and rhythmically back to the heart. The heart. Yes, the heart functions as a zero-point energy generator, means it is based on harmony. And that's very new and important as well. And that is exactly what we have copied, studied, understood, and copied. And how these spirals work in cooperation, you can see now. On the left, you see pressure-damaged, destructured tap water with minerals flowing through the spirals. In the middle, you see cow milk, oat or soy milk with fat or oil portions. And on the right, you see a mixture of, for example, milk, fruit and vegetable juice, or one of your ideas. It will work. You will find the spiral regularly arranged pressure and vacuum moments in a conical structure, which increases the speed of passage. The liquid is vortexed centripetally. This is very important too. At the point of intersection, the X point, the rotation of the fluid or the fluids is going to be maximized toward the end of the spiral. And what happens here? The ingredients of all liquids are speeded up so that they can be torn apart and being homogenized at the X point means nanometerization of nature by a nature principle. Scanning electron microscopy shows it like this. Right picture without BORMIA, left picture with BORMIA. BORMIA produces drinking water for you with higher energy metabolism of your cells, an anti-inflammatory effect, an antioxidant effect, and increased cell vitality, and a higher cell regeneration. And the same effect you transfer to your products as a producer, and that generates stable shelf life, colloidality, and therefore vitality in the product, 100% bioavailability, homogeneity, and increased aroma, and much, much more. Here the certificate from the cell biology, only a cutout. You will find the originals on our website. On the left, you can see the increase of energy metabolism. On the right, the anti-inflammatory effect by BORMIA water. The results of the biophysics from Dr. Medinger from the Johannes Kepler University in Linz, Austria. BORMIA treatment exerts an influence on almost all cell body functions, as well as on various psychological, cognitive and mental functions, predominantly via higher level centers of central control. As you can see, there's a win-win effect on all levels. Create your future with BORMIA. Test BORMIA.
Now we are here on my stand, I like to say stand, and you can see many pictures, beautiful pictures, as well as colorful pictures. This is the central picture in this theme and about the subject that we are talking about. Water is a super element and a super talent. And when we use living water, I mean living water, not just water, then I'm talking about shelf life, longer shelf life. I'm talking about no side effects, no collateral damages. I'm talking about living comes from the living, not from the dead. So when you use living water, all your products will be a different thing. All the problems that you have and they're self-created are gone. And I would like to introduce you first of this one, and then we go, for example, to this one here. This shows on the right side a soya drink which is not damaged through the processing. On the left side you can see the collateral side effects of damaging the quality of the whole thing, of the whole liquid. The same you can see down here. You see above, you see a biologically made soya drink, and this is damaged through the process. There is a book, I like to say, a book which is standing here in German, French, English and Italian, that is called The Invisible Power of Within Foods. And it says, and it talks about how food can be damaged through the processing. And when we honor our world, our food, and we use the right techniques, we can create really living foods. Here you can see some of my articles that I was creating, writing in the papers. 1, 2, there's more over there. And if you come closer now, so you can see now here, I wrote some little e-books in German, English and French to talk in the depth of it about water and its qualities and what is junk or fake in the water scene, which is very important because we have many concepts that we are talking about with water, but nature provides only one way, which is proved through centuries, millions of years and so on. Down here there's a principle of how nature works. Means we have frequencies here in this line, and we see that the frequencies have an influence on the creation, mainly in this case of flowers. You can see that these flowers and these frequencies have a similarity, and it is so outrageous to see that. That when we have the right frequencies in the water, that we really create good food. The same with the tones on the piano. You have really pictures made by tones, frequency pictures made by tones. And then to know that and to ignore that is shame. So let's go deep into the water theme and get rid of our problems within food production. Yeah? There is a wonderful book down here in English. This one here. I have it in German and in English. So this book that I show you here has some similarities to my work on the practical side. This is more the theoretical lab side, I like to say, and it matches with my work and my practical research, water research. So now I show you this picture here, and you can see that the golden ratio, the golden cut, it's called also this way, is within the human body. So when you treat your food this way with the golden cut technology, then you will be amazed what comes out of it. We have mainly our problems because we use technical mathematics in our machineries, in our process techniques. That's why we cause so many problems within food quality. This tries to say that structure is basically stability. So when you have structured food, structured water, structured information as well, you will be all time in a higher state, in a higher level of quality. Unstructured food, like we showed before, is reducing metabolism, is reducing consciousness in the person, is reducing concentration and stuff like this. So structure is stability, and this is important for all our food processing. I did 4 videos in German and in English to, let's say, to provoke you a bit with that what is needed. I wrote some articles also here in this book, and I like to show you now my products, my results. So we don't need to complain, we need to find the alternatives. I did this. This is a device that I sent to the people so that they can taste. Yeah, they can taste it under the normal circumstances at home. This is for under the table on the kitchen. And this here is for the whole house or for the industry. Water, living water for the industry to produce high structured water for high structured processing in the food. This is the BIO-Colloid homogenizer for the industry and for private marketing in this case. And now I show you something else. When I talk about water, basically, I'm talking about turbulences. Yeah? When I'm talking about water, I'm talking about dynamics. And dynamics makes the water living, brings surfaces into the water, and that will be increasing your quality of the products. So let's say it in the end, good quality of water will be the solution for the future to provide good food to the people, to be good in the market, to bring new products, to bring functional food, to bring vital food, to bring raw food. For example, raw milk will be very, very good for people because life comes from the living. Thank you in the world. Thank you for listening. Thank you for looking at me here. And greetings to everybody. Thank you.